well, to no surprise, it's Kaien Shiba. We saw it from the special trailer a couple of days ago, I think. And well, yeah. So that's the sad part about these like special trailers and whatnot, is because Monday comes in, you kind of know what to expect. But the big question, sort of right now, is like, how are they going to sort of make Kaien Shiba as a character properly? And what does it actually say about Aranero himself, Since we've seen in the trailer the fact that he's wearing Aranero's clothes at some point. So that's where the curiosity also comes in terms of the, roster prediction in some ways. And, besides that, how does Kaien Shiba actually play? What is his moveset? That's, the important stuff as well. So let's just get right into it then. Wow, Soul Reaper. Digibana. Oh man. That's a really sick intro. Oh, he has a aura. His own gauge. Okay. Okay, that looks sick. Damn. Whoa, okay. Whoa, that was interesting. What the heck? Ooh. Okay. So interesting. Okay, whoa, that was a sick combo. I remember seeing that from the trailer too. Okay. Wow. I still can't believe Kaien Shiba is actually in this game. That's so cool. All right, let's just break it down and see what he's all about. So, former lieutenant of Squad 13, his superior set of skills makes him a well-rounded warrior capable of taking over the battlefield. He watches over his fellow with a rich smile. Okay, yeah. Well-rounded, huh? Okay. Now this is the interesting stuff. Current aura state. Kaien will be in a current aura state by landing signature move Tumbling Current or spiritual pressure move Sore Suiha, to the opponent. During this state, the number of hits, amount of damage, and guard gauge depletion will increase. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So he has a state form. Once he does a signature move, all right, he's in a certain state, and even if he lands a certain spiritual move too, so he has two ways to get into it. One is the signature move, or one is the spiritual pressure move that he uses. So he'll be in that state, and during the state, the number of hits, amount of damage, and guard gauge depletion will increase. So that's crazy. So the number of hits too, that's kind of weird. Okay, so the hit counter goes higher, and damage makes sense, and the guard gauge as well goes higher. Does the guard gauge depletion also deplete even on like damage hit, or is it even on guard, or is it just on guard? I wonder. That's interesting. I'm assuming it's just on guard, right? Because that'd be kind of crazy if the guard gauge itself is also depleting like crazy if he's in while hitting the opponent. So my assumption is while the opponent is guarding, because he's already getting a lot of damage anyways from just being in that state and hitting you. Okay. Sakanami. Thrust the spear towards the opponent's feet and attack with a rising slash. It is effective to activate as an intercept technique by reading the opponent's attack and making use of the invincibility timing. Oh, okay. Pretty straightforward, I would say, as a move. That makes sense. I want to see how it looks like though. Okay, I'm assuming while he's like wide out, you saw how he was like, he had like that white filter-ish to him. I'm just assuming that's the invincibility frames. Okay, that's fair enough. So the next one here is Sore Suiha. Activate a rush and slash attack. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is the one that he's gonna be in the aura state. Yes. Slash attack. If this move lands on the opponent, Kaien will activate a follow-up attack with water, and it and be in a current aura state for a certain period. Oh, it's only for certain periods. Okay, so you can be in aura state, but it doesn't always stay, I'm assuming. So that's a good idea. That's a good thing that they did that. The fact that he's in aura state, but it doesn't permanently stay, because people can stall in a way that way, you know, being in that aura state, and then the opponent will be scared too. So it creates this like very toxic environment where it's like, yeah, you get what I mean. It creates a very toxic environment. And as for a Kaien, Kaien himself, the player, is kind of on the safe side, where he's like, oh look, I have this state, you know, I can just stay here and I can wait until you engage, or you know, just put the fear into the opponent. But because that it's a time limit, now Kaien is the one that's in hard pressure, while the other one is still kind of scared. They may be trying to be to play like more defensive, be like, okay, let me just sort of block it out or sort of wait it out till the state goes away. But in that situation, Kaien will be more enforced to play hard pressure or play fast, if that makes sense. So it creates this like more of an engaging battle style over if the state was permanent for it to stay, you know. It reminds me a lot of Cloud in from Smash 4 to Smash Ultimate. You know, the thing about Smash 4 Cloud is the fact that his limit was basically permanent in a way. Well, not permanent, but the word would be like, once he's fully charged up, he has limit break charged up with him, and it can stay, you know, as long as he wants until he uses it, right? So it creates a very, very terrible environment, toxic environment, where everyone is just scared of Cloud at that point. The opponent is just like, oh my gosh, like, get this thing out of here. And he can install fear onto the opponent as long as he wants. He cannot even be using limit at all, but just the fact that it's there and it's constantly putting fear into the opponent for, you know, for it just being there, it just creates a very ridiculous environment where Cloud is automatically in height advantage just for him being charged up and it permanently staying there. But because in Smash Ultimate, what they did was they removed the permanency of it. So because the permanency is gone, now Cloud is the one that's in high pressure, while the opponent is also in high pressure because he's scared of, oh my gosh, when is he gonna use it within that time frame, right? So it's way better designed for like gameplay reasons, doing it that way. That I'm glad that they thought about that properly. Wow, that was a long tangent on just spiritual pressure move 2, or just the aura state itself. But yeah, anyways, the point is, good design. This is good design. See how it looks like. Yeah, okay, that's the one we saw. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, do you see that, by the way? That was like kind of weird, the way he like dashed away. Look at that. Huh. But that was a weird shot right there. Huh. Well. Alright, this is the awakening right here. So, by releasing Shikai Dejivana, which was already released, he kind of released it already at the beginning of the fight, which is funny. But now he's like actually using its abilities, I guess. Oh no, it's basically the same. Kaien's abilities are enhanced, so it's just like a stronger version. There is no big changes in Kaien's movement, makes sense, but easier to maintain current aura state longer. Oh, okay. He will stab attack by using his reach, like in his normal state. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. He will stab attack by using his reach, like in normal state. Not sure what that means. I guess it's just more like an extra tool, I'm assuming. I figured his awakening would be like just his regular state, but better, because his regular state seems already like it has a gimmick of its own, right? So I'm assuming it was just gonna enhance on top of the pre-existing gimmick that he had. Flowing action utilized through various techniques. All right, yeah. So he's gonna be, I'm assuming, a very like high technique. Like his technique will be probably like a 4 out of 5, I'm assuming, or even a 5 out of 5. Who knows? But yeah, he seems like a very technique heavy character, which is cool. He doesn't seem like too complex, but you definitely have to do some sort of like management with the whole aura state. It's cool. It's like straightforward, but also he has some challenges at the same time to maintain while trying to fight the opponent, which is cool. Very, very well done. All right, so that was Kaien Shiba. We did not see him in the Aranero outfit, but my assumption is, well, I have two theories, guys. I actually have two theories. One is Kaien Shiba himself is just Kaien Shiba, and he has a costume select that has Areniero's clothes with it, and Areniero is just not a playable character. Like that's my first theory. My second theory is, yeah, there's Kaien Shiba as a character, and then there's also Areniero as a character, but he's gonna be something similar to the lines of Ichigo to White. You know how White? I know he's not confirmed by any means, but my theory about White is the fact that he's an echo character, like an echo character. So you could call it an echo character, like a clone character, where it's basically just Ichigo in every way possible in terms of like moveset specific wise, like gameplay wise, right? But the only I would say difference is the Geekon animations, the voice lines, the intros, and the outros. Those are the only differences. Gameplay wise, he plays the exact same way that he does as regular Ichigo. That's my theory that I saw, that I built up from the story mode gameplay that we saw before. That's my expectations from that. Now, basically, the point of that was, I think there's echo fighters in the game, basically. Now, Areniero, I think, might follow suit to that theory, where Kaien Shiba is the character, and then you have the echo version, which is Areniero. So we're gonna have both characters, but Areniero is gonna be basically based off of Kaien Shiba. So everything about moveset wise is gonna be the exact same thing for Kaien Shiba and Areniero. But Areniero's animations, like a Geekon move, intro, outro, all that will be completely different. So those are my two theories. It could be either or, but I feel like that's the most sensible thing. I know a lot of people have this expectations or thought that Areniero could be a completely separate character, but I don't see how that could be possible, considering in the source material itself, he was just Kaien Shiba, just straight up 90% of the time when we saw him. So if they're gonna base it off of that, it's not gonna be like two Kaien Shibas with completely different movesets. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, considering that if there's gonna be a second version of Kaien, it's gonna be just straight up some sort of clone, right? I don't see how it would make sense for Areniero to be like standalone completely. Because also his other gimmick is the fact that, like, especially in the story, is the fact that he just imitates part of somebody's memories, right? So that's the only thing that just makes sense to me. Like, Areniero without Kaien Shiba is not strong enough to stand on its own, because its whole gimmick, like I just said, is imitation, right? So that's my thoughts on all of that. So anyways, what a cool looking character. Looks really sick. Kaien Shiba though, like, it's really cool the fact that he's actually in the game. Yeah, really happy. It subverted a lot of expectations for a lot of people, but it's so sick. It's so sick that he's in here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Join the Discord server. We have a lot of cool stuff planned for the server itself. Gonna do tournaments inside it. Do a lot of like fun conversations about Rebirth of Souls or anything Bleach related. So it'd be fun if you guys join. Please like and subscribe. I hope to see you guys on the next one.